Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, I'm going to be covering Dogecoin's 2-week price target. And I found some interesting things in the chart here. And I do want to say that points that I have a bridge between here, I'll say that in my opinion, I can't call it a trend yet because it has only 2 touches. But I do find the consolidation to be a bit interesting. And I do think we'll get another touch. With that being said, let's get into the charts here and get a price point, some targets, and also a time frame as well. So if we look here at Dogecoin, we'll see this initially, this peak here with the last time we tested the 34, 33 cents range was around October 28th. So we've spent the last few months in this downward trajectory, really just bouncing off of this support level here that we have roughly in a 16 cents range. We'll get some intermediate bounces, but nothing like a rally or anything like that. Just great resistance there as far as for keeping the coin trending sideways. We've actually had a few touches here. I have them circled off of the 16.3, 16.5 range here. We've had quite a few touches there and bounces, which is roughly where we are right now. We did come up and touch this bridge here that I have last on January 13th. Now, to confirm a trend, I would need, in my opinion, another touch on this line, but it does suggest that if this does indeed hold up and we have a trend, it means that A, we're coming towards the end of it, and B, we're going to have a deciding factor here within the next couple of weeks as to whether or not this is going to give us a break up or a break down. And so that pretty much means we're going to have a definite answer as far as for where this is going to go if this indeed holds up. But I do believe we need another test on this line. We'll probably get it. If that's to happen, we'll probably get it within the next week or so. But with the catalyst going on and the news of the Fed and stuff like that, it does kind of align that we can possibly, keep trending sideways. But since October, we have been trending somewhat down. But since October, you can see that this was somewhat well, not say somewhat, this is definitely a decline here. And we're pretty much bouncing off of this 16 cents level here. So if this were to touch again, this means that we can have, it's possible for us to have a deciding factor around like February 6th, February 7th. Now, again, this line here, because we've received so many touches here, we're technically moving sideways here within a specified range, but we have not seen evidence that we'll just hang out specifically right here at this 16 cents level. We typically will touch this level and bounce, therefore that's what we call it resistance, but we typically do not trend sideways, which is at this level at least, which is why I'm really excited that we have an opportunity here to have like a deciding factor as far as what direction we're going to go around February 6th, February 7th. But I do believe we're going to have another touch here to kind of confirm that. The market in general is going through pretty much a consolidation phase. So I'm not too much worried about Dogecoin right now and whether or not it needs to have its run up. I do know that with the current catalysts and things that we have in play, that as long as we are holding up on this resistance level, which is technically levels that we had back before these catalysts came into play, I believe we're fine because you can see we're bouncing off of this area here. I'll draw another one here just so you can see. You see that we were bouncing off of this area here back in July. And this is before anything of an AMC partnership. Dogecoin was kind of in the talks for sure. But the AMC partnership, Tesla merge, and all this kind of the Ethereum bridge, these were whispers throughout the community, but now we have actual confirmations. We're holding up really well as far as for the support levels are holding up really well. Pretty much just since like last July, as far as where we are now, where we typically get a bounce from here and have that rally up. So, and that's one of the reasons why I'm excited to pretty much come to, I guess, like the end of this. If we get another touch here, like the end of this sideways trajectory, so we can have that break up. Because again, I do believe we'll probably get a break to the upside. Because again, the levels that we are here, we dipped down like once, but that was a strong rejection here. You can see that by the wick. And we had that rise back up. So this puts us in great position to come up and test that 200-day moving average sometime within the next 2 weeks. So that's really what I'm hoping for. And then, of course, at that point, historically we run up and we test this 33, 34 cents level here. So if you look here, you'll see that roughly every couple of months, we will, on average, like roughly every couple of months, we'll have that run up to come test. So the last one, last big one that we saw was the 28th of October. We attempted to have one a week ago, but obviously the shorts was definitely prepared for that. But I think that we will have a deciding factor here sometime in the next 2 weeks as to whether or not we're going to cross this 200-day moving average. And if you see here, whether that's here around October 2nd, 3rd, or here around August 7th, whenever we cross that point, we're running to test. So we should have a deciding factor sometime within the next 2 weeks as far as which way this is going to break. I'm saying I believe it's going to go to the upside because, again, we have many, many touches here on this support level. So, and not really concrete evidence that this would continue trending sideways. It is possible, but technically speaking, at that point, we should have this could technically break trend. But I believe with the catalyst and things that we have coming up, we'll have a idea as far as for how this is going to go within the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we can come test, and if not, it'll start a new trend, and then we can kind of evaluate it from there to get an idea. But based off of this, and I do need another touch on this line, which we should get, I believe. So matter of fact, let's check on the shorts here to see what's going on. I don't think that they are increasing positions or anything. We'll see. Definitely some green down here, but nothing crazy. So especially outside of that spike that they literally tried to kill our rally with, but definitely some green here. But it looks like historically they're okay with Doge being in this range. So just expect those to spike back up if Doge looks like it's going to do a run. But as of right now, it looks like all is well, and we'll just see how this chart actually plays out over the next week or so. Do not forget, we have big catalysts coming out for Dogecoin over the course of the next 60 days. And don't forget that these outside of the actual price spikes, this is adding substance to the actual coin and the actual movement. This is why I believe that this is tied into Dogecoin's inevitable rise as far as for being strengthening the coin, its utility and credibility in the market. So I think that this ultimately ties into Dogecoin's longevity and ability to be a competing coin in a market for its market space. So within the next 60 days, we have those catalysts that are going to be more so toward the end of Q1, but they are catalysts and they are serious ones nonetheless. So with that, I say within the next 2 weeks or so, based off of this, and especially if we get another touch and a rejection off of this line, we can expect a deciding factor. But either way, we don't have concrete evidence yet to suggest that Dogecoin would continue trending sideways without running up to test that 34 cents line. So that would literally be breaking trend. So we will see if we get a new trend pattern or if Doge is going to hold true. And we're going to have this run up for the third time here. And hopefully we can put up a better fight at that 34 cents level. With that being said, I hope you guys found value in this video. Please consider subscribing if you want to hear more TA from me. Also like the video so that YouTube can share it with additional people. And don't forget about BlockFi. I have a link in my description. If you open an account with them, you can get up to $250 in Ethereum and Bitcoin. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.